people get insurance at work. We shouldn't do anything to discourage employers from offering insurance at the workplace. We need to make sure all those incentives stay in place. But the Healthcare Freedom Plan, which I introduced, which was a compilation of several things that I've introduced before, does a few things, and I'll just mention them, and then I want to get more comments from you. First of all, the plan recognizes that if you don't get insurance at work or through Medicare or through Veterans or TRICARE, you're getting ripped off. If you get insurance at work, you don't have to pay any taxes on those benefits, and you shouldn't. The employer gets to deduct all they spend on health insurance as a business expense, and they should keep doing that. But if you don't get your insurance at work and buy it on the open market, we don't even let you deduct it from your taxes. My plan would give fair tax treatment. It recognizes that if you get insurance at work, just like I do, I get a big tax benefit. My plan starts off that if you're an individual who doesn't get your insurance through Medicare or Medicaid or private insurance, we'll give you as an individual $2,000 a year as a health insurance voucher, or a family $5,000 a year to buy health insurance. We need to do more because health insurance is too expensive. The one thing we can do, and the President and the Democrats talk about the need for competition. They say the only way we can get competition is to have a government plan that's subsidized by taxpayers compete. But folks, that's ridiculous. Because right now, they will not allow interstate competition between insurance companies. They won't allow it. I brought up the bill. It's called Healthcare Choice. Barack Obama voted against it. Right now, if you live in South Carolina, the only place you can buy your health insurance is South Carolina. You can't buy from North Carolina if you find a better policy that's cheaper. You can't buy from Arizona or another place. But maybe it doesn't have all the mandates that one state does, but it has what you want, and it's less expensive. What we need if we want competition is not some public plan or some co-op that's really a Fannie Mae at every state. What we need is to take down those barriers, open up interstate competition, and make hundreds of insurance companies compete with your business. And make every state legislate. It would force state legislators like in New York that have 50 mandates on policies. Their policies are twice as expensive as Pennsylvania that's next door. It would force state legislators to be realistic about what they require in insurance. Folks, there's more we can do. My plan would have tort reform or stop a lot of these frivolous lawsuits. My plan will require more transparency of pricing from the physicians in hospitals. And maybe most important, that it would create block grants to states. We set aside $25 billion to states to make sure that they have high-risk rules for people who have pre-existing conditions or high-risk conditions, so that everyone in South Carolina and across this country can buy a health insurance that they can afford regardless of their condition or their health. But we don't need to do that by requiring every insurance plan to offer insurance regardless of your health status, regardless of when you ask. What we've seen is when states do that, then people don't buy insurance until they get sick. Then they get sick and they buy insurance, and the cost of insurance goes way up because nobody's paying premiums when they're healthy. We can fix that with just making sure that every state has a functioning, low-cost insurance pool for people who can't get it at work and can't afford it because of a pre-existing condition. There are several other things we do in this bill that would work, but this is common sense. It would make what's working work better. We don't need a government plan. Folks, can you tell me, can anyone raise their hand and tell me if you're here for this public option? Let's talk about one government plan that you consider that's well managed. Do you want the people who cleaned up after Katrina to run your health plan? Do you want the ones who run Amtrak or Cash for Clunkers to run your health plan? Healthcare is the most personal and probably the most complex aspect of our lives. And I have yet to see the federal government manage anything well. But everyone needs to have coverage, and we can do it if we set it as a goal. And I can guarantee you, I would work with President Obama or any of the Democrats if they would sit down and we all agree. Our goal is to make sure every American has access to a health insurance plan that they can afford and own and keep. We can solve this problem in 2 weeks if they would work with us. We don't need a 1,000-page bill that tries to pull the wool over everybody's eyes and say it's not really a government plan, but it is a government plan. insurance. It's going to cut Medicare, and I do not believe that it's the way to go. We can fix this without the government taking over health care. Thank you.